Tigers, which is oh so unfortunate. Watson is livid down there on the far sideline.
I mean, he took a big hit. Everybody's pushing each other. Emotions are running high. It's bound to happen.
That'll be the third. If this is against the Tigers, it'll be the third first down Chaffey has converted, and all three of them by penalty. They haven't earned a single one. He'll check the penalty right now. 26 seconds to go. Tigers lead by 7. It'll be a personal foul called against Chaffey. The penalty is, of course, accepted by the defense. This may be the final play of the quarter, though, Dan. And Chaffey, after getting a couple gifts, they have to punt.
Well, looks like finally a flag goes in the other way other than getting accused of extracurricular activity. It does Riverside. Usually it's Riverside on the other hand.
Roberto Luna is into the game to punt, averaging right around 30 yards per boot. Tremel Davis standing at his own 29. It's a 4th and 25 for Chaffey following the penalty, and yet another flag. That'll be a false start against the Panthers. Well, you can see some of why they started the year 2-3, Dan. It's been these mistakes.
Mental mistakes at that. It's not even play. It's not being overly matched or anything like that. It's you hurting yourself, and therefore a record like that speaks for itself.
They did pull off 3 consecutive wins, but they trail early. Tremel Davis from his own 35. Luna kicks a line drive kick, end over end. Davis will take it his own 31. Out 35, and he's pummeled at the 37-yard line. That'll be a return of about 6 yards. Luna, a punt of around 35.
Nicholas King and the RCC Tigers coming back onto the field. Let's see if they could amount some more points here in this first half. Would be nice to take in a bigger lead.
Now, Riverside has yet to win by more than 10 points since that L.A. Harbor game. But you defeated the top dogs. Doesn't matter how you do it. A win is a win.
True.
And Riverside has looked like the most impressive team, getting the notch from the California Federation as the #1 ball club in Southern California, #3 in the state, just behind American River and San Mateo. Low snap, scooped off the deck. Handoff goes Foster, outside 35. And he's tripped up at the 37-yard line. Tackle made by Xavier Hughes. That'll end the quarter, barring, well, no, they will stop the clock. 8.8 seconds to go. Tigers lead by 7, Dan.
Yeah, that last play right there, botched snap by Nicholas King. But still, Denzel Foster still able to create a play.
That'll end the quarter. The Tigers lead by 7 here in Grigsby Field in Rancho Cucamonga. And Dan, your takeaway from the first quarter, where the Tigers have an opportunity leading by 7 to put this one out of reach, at least in the first half.
Well, so far so good for Riverside. I mean, a team that typically is known to start slow, again, starting slow, but they pick things up as the quarter was approaching its near, and Nicholas King finding his receiver, Jermel Walker, for the first touchdown of the game, and that's how that was. That's how that first quarter ended 7-0.
Well, breaking news here from our #1 man in Riverside. That is Tony, the cameraman for the Tigers. And your thoughts on this? Terrence Solomon earlier on in the quarter hit a man high. It was Makeen Farah. I was talking a little bit about why I'm out of football. Well, Terrence Solomon is out as well. He's been ejected here from Grigsby Field off of that hit.
Well, it didn't look like a dirty hit at me. I think it was the taunting after that kind of caused
he was fired up.
I don't think it was that hit necessarily, because he used his shoulder pad. He didn't come in with his helmet.
He did hit him high. May have been just at the bottom of the face mask, but
I would say upper chest areas where he got hit. But it creates that whiplashing effect, and therefore that head bounces everywhere and makes it look like he went straight for his head.
Ticky-tack. Pistol back handoff goes to Denzel Foster, and he's out to around the 40-yard line. Tackle made for the Panthers by Devontae Manning.
Continuing with the subject of Terrence Solomon being kicked out of the game, I mean, at eye level for the referees, it seems like he got hit in the head, but up here at this advantage, at this viewpoint, it was clear that he got him in the chest.
Terrence Solomon, who's racked up a combined, make it 40 tackles this season, 3 tackles for loss and 4 pass deflections. He's out of the game. Hopefully we'll have him next week when we take it back to the jungle to take on Citrus College in our regular season finale. The Tigers have clinched the playoffs, but that's just about it. There's plenty more to play for, starting with this game on the road, and we could improve to 4-1 after what many believe to be the worst road team in junior college. A couple of dominant road wins, and here we go, one trip away from a number 1 seed in the 2014 playoffs.
Would be a small victory in itself if Riverside could come away with 2 victories on the road in a row.
2 dominant wins.
True.
On the road against Long Beach City College in a 27-21 effort against the number 1 offense. And in the lone game I predicted the Tigers to lose, I just thought Long Beach was so much overmatched, or Riverside so much overmatched. And I thought from the beginning the Tigers had the mindset that we're not going to let anyone stand in our way.
And that's exactly what they did. And they created turnovers big time. Interceptions, fumbles in that last game for Long Beach, a team that's not known to turn over the ball, but this Riverside front 4 always imposes itself and always gets the quarterback's face.
Well, Tom Kraft knows a thing or two about disappointing football, as last year he lost 5 offensive starters when they lost to Fullerton College, 1 game before the state championship. He's hoping to get there here and now, fans it out near side, but over the head of Denzel Foster, as Nicholas King is on his back. Man on the blitz was Dylan Hedgepath. Make it now 3rd and 16 from their own 41.
Nicholas King right there was not given time for that play to develop. Had to get rid of it a little too early, and ball sailed away from Denzel Foster.
Actually make it a 4th down. That was a 3 and out by the offense to start the second quarter, and now they'll have to punt. Anthony Zavmora is the number 1 punter in California with a 42.3 average per boot, and he's also pinned a combined, make it 15 punts inside the 20. He's had 7 of at least 52. Kicks it away, a high wobbler angled towards the near sideline. Fair catch is signaled and made by Michael Robert. And yet again, the Chaffey Panthers start inside their own 20, make it the 14.
Difficult position for Chaffey. I mean, they're already overly imposed by his RCC tough defense. To be backed up behind the 20-yard line, it's sort of a psychological factor that it takes place on the offense.
Yeah, it's demoralizing when you have to always start the drive from inside your own 15. That is the case here. Michael Robert pushed out to the right-hand side, 1-on-1 against Trisham Broughton. Into the game is Thaddeus Lagrona as the opposite safety. Snap is back. Fans it out near side. Caught. That'll be a gain of about 3 or 4. And out of bounds for the Panthers is Cecil Fleming. Make it 2nd and 8.
Trying to go to that quick swing pass to this near side here. And Riverside read it completely. Only a gain of 1.
Read it like a book. All these screen passes going for measly gains. And now the Panthers can't even move the sticks over the last couple series. The 3 and out last time. The Tigers looking to do it again. Delay handoff up the middle. And bouncing to the outside is Nick Birdsong. He fumbled the football, but the referees called him down by contact. That means he'll gain 9, move the chains, the Panthers. Now all the way out to the 26, and a lucky bounce there for the Panthers. No fumble. Tigers on defense still.
Sophomore Ray Ford coming into that play and causing another bone-jarring hit. That's like a theme that Riverside has going for themselves.
These hits have been
big
phenomenal.
Hits.
Yeah. Terrence Solomon out due to the big hit. Ray Ford latest to get into the act. Solomon laid maybe 2 or 3 bone-jarring collisions in that game against Mount Sac. 7-man blitz, handoff on a delay. There goes their other halfback. That'll be Cecil Fleming out to around the 26. Make it a gain of 1 or 2.
You could tell Riverside's into this game, the way they're reacting after tackles. A lot of chippiness amongst themselves, pumping each other up.
Well, Chaffey has to be awfully pumped if you're looking at a win and in for the National Central Conference. They were last year in the American Division.
Right.
They had absolutely no opportunity to even make the playoffs. They were in a division that doesn't even have it. Here in the National Central Conference, Chaffey's 1 win away from leading this division with a 6-3 record, including 4-1 in conference play. Play action fake, plant blitz, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Going to Ricky Mullen, and that'll lead to a 3rd and 8. Pressure made by A.J. Hotchkins. That would have been for him sack number 3 if he was able to bring down the quarterback.
Levi Plant taking a big hit there. Standing up kind of gingerly after that one. You could tell he's in pain. Hands on his hip and just looking around.
Levi Plant is nowhere near the biggest man on this football team. 6'4", 217 pounds. He has a couple of skyscrapers out wide who have combined for only 3 catches today. Alec Dana shut out in this ball game. 3rd and 9. Snap is back, swings it out on a screen. There goes Birdsong, and he's out of bounds at around the 29-yard line.
Flag thrown right there, Nick, in the vicinity of holding or illegal man downfield.
We'll check the penalty. Chaffey, that may just be, and it looks like they're
holding.
Looking at their punt unit now. Holding penalty is declined. So the Panthers, following that long drive, they've now had 4 possessions, Dan. 1 fumble, 3 punts.
Not the start any team looks for, obviously.
Yeah.
And the Wolves come to just mental mistakes. We've seen just bonehead penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Personal fouls,
fumble.
holdings, and 3 fumbles, but fortuitously for them, 2 of the 3 were called down by contact. Rigoberto Luna with a high towering kick. Tremel Davis has to back up all the way inside his own 10, and Luna will have that one bounce into the end zone. Luna kicked that football from his own 15 and had that one roll through the end zone. That is a fantastic punt by your freshman punter.
Impressive is a small word to use right there.
Very generous.
That was booming. A booming kick right there.
Rigoberto Luna, not only their punter, but their place kicker and kickoff specialist. But he hasn't had a whole lot of kickoffs today, Dan, due to that offense that hasn't given him opportunities.
So true, and just give all the credit to that RCC defense. I mean, it's a team that probably won't even let go a point here in this first half, the way things are going for them.
Not only in this game, but in this season. This is a ball club that has only given up 42 points against the number 1 and number 2 offenses back-to-back, and one of them on the road over the last couple of weeks. King chucks it far side, has his man, slipping a tackle is Isaac Whitney, and he's out to around the 42-yard line. Whitney for a gain of 22 yards, 4th catch of the day. That'll be double the production he had over the last 2 weeks.
4 catches on 6 targeted plays right there. Right there showing why you want to get the ball to his hands. Breaking a tackle, getting big yardage afterwards. Exactly what Isaac Whitney brings to the table.
Well, a man who I think will have very similar offers on the table, if you will, next season is Jawan Thomas. He's pushed out to the right-hand side. 1st and 10, handoff goes to Foster. Picks up a block, 45, and he's tripped up at around the 46-yard line. Impressive tackle by Tor Boyd. Make it 2nd and 8.
Boyd right there getting off of his blocker and diving for Denzel Foster. Perfectly done, going straight to his legs. Perfect technique there.
Perfect technique. Denzel Foster almost never gets down off of first contact.
True.
11:14 to go first quarter. 5'10", 205-pound sophomore Foster flanks the quarterback. King floats it to the near side, has a step. That's Duran Burton inside the 20, and he's down to the 15-yard line. 2 big plays in that passing game to start the second quarter. 1 for 22 to Isaac Whitney. That'll be a 32-yard pickup to Duran Burton. Now they're inside the 20-yard line.
Burton isn't even in our stat sheet. That's how much how much depth this wide receiver
He had
crew
one.
has.
He had 1 catch coming in today. Has 2 in the first 17 minutes. Now with 10:51 to go first half, the Tigers lead by 7 and are knocking on the door. They did fumble the football last time they're inside the 25. King fumbles again, fires off his back foot, completes to Duran Burton again, and he's down for maybe a 2-yard pickup. Now make it a gain of 1.
Well, good thing Nicholas King has those quick cat-like reflexes right there.
Seriously.
Because that was a blown play right at the beginning. Good thing. Has the presence of mind to get it off to Burton.
Low snap again by William Van Smorenberg, the sophomore out of Upland. 10:19 to go first half. Tigers lead 7-0. Jermel Walker and Duran Burton are pushed out to the right-hand side. Christopher Anderson, the lone back. Dime package in for Chaffey. Quick throw, complete, no, dropped by Michael Stallone.